Hi, I'm Scott on Tape. You're probably looking for Sean Clark. You'll see him in a moment. This is the high school used in the movie Prom Night. Welcome to Horace Hallowed Grounds.
1, 2, 3, 4!
A lot of people have said they thought that the school from Prom Night, the opening scene, was on this side, over where this building was. I did a ton of research.
You did.
And there's my friend Scott. And I believe it was back here. And we're gonna go take a look at that right now, aren't we?
Yep.
Even though I don't know, is that?
We're in Canada now, buddy.
Well, you know what? It's no trespassing through that entrance.
Yep.
But if you walk just around it, guess what? The real deal.
And in Canada, when you're trespassing, all they say is, come on, eh?
Yeah.
Get out of here,
this,
eh?
This highway in the background here, I don't believe was there at the time.
It wasn't. This exit was not
Yeah.
here. That's Highway 7, and it just used to be a highway 7 was flat, road going right off. Then they built all these, it's all new.
So
it would
I
have been right
believe
here.
that these roads here, see how it splits here? You'll see, I'm gonna put up a an old aerial and you'll see it. And these power lines weren't here, but I believe these split to two different buildings on the property, and that the actual school was back in this area over here. It's very muddy because it's raining on us right now.
Yeah.
I don't think we should go much deeper, to be honest with you, because it's just going to get gross and our shoes are going to get screwed up. But I believe it was back here.
Yeah, for sure.
It is where the property was.
Everything I've read online, even when I did my video, I said that I know where it is. And it was, I always knew it was right around here.
Yep. So this is it, kids. This is where the opening of Prom Night happened. Kill, 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 kill. The killer's gonna get you. The killer's coming.
And did we say the bit of trivia? I can say it now after all these years.
Trivia.
The little girl
Yes.
who falls out,
Falls out, or falls out,
her
as
little
they say
sister
here.
was my girlfriend in high school.
Little sister was your girlfriend in high
The
school?
little sister of the girl who fell out.
And her name was?
I can't say her name.
Why not?
Kimberly. Tamara Bourne is the name of the actress from the who falls out. Tammy Bourne. She's the girl that falls out of the building. So I got to meet Tammy Bourne many, many times, and every time I'd be over at the house hanging out, I'd be like, just talking, having a normal conversation, but in my head I'd be like, you fell out of a window in Prom Night. You fell out of a window in Prom Night. I would freak out every time I saw her.
When they're leaving the school after leaving the crime scene,
Right.
when you look in this direction, you can see, it would obviously have been shot from way back further over there, but you could see the road and the cars passing by.
Right.
And you can see these power lines up here, which I'll get in the shot here in a second.
And I think, Sean, these roads really went about this far, and that's it. Like,
Yeah,
they
not
don't
much
continue
further.
that much further. The buildings would have been right here.
The building pretty much would have been starting right at the back of this, the rear of this. So let's head out. Raining on, getting wet, don't like it. Hair's gonna look bad. When you got a haircut like mine and Scott's, you can't afford to be in the rain too long.
No.
So you can see these power lines and these poles. I don't think they've actually changed much. This road is widened, but you can see these poles and everything. So.
Definitely that one, I think, is the one you see, right? That wooden one.
Yeah. So
yeah, I think I'm running right out.
This is it. Prom night opening. Boom. So the scene starts here, right on the tombstone. which would be right here. Then it pans back up to about here. Lizzie Nielsen is standing here, looking down at the grave. And we see Jamie Lee and Michael, aka Alex, standing here, car parked on this little road right behind them. So right here, the mother sits in front of her daughter's tombstone and mourns with the family behind her. This is where the fake tombstone was placed when they shot the movie here, in this cemetery, Prom Night. So this is the spot where Judy, or Jude, I believe they said Judy in the movie, where she is leaving home. I guess we were led to believe that is her house perhaps, but it just starts with her walking here. She comes down the sidewalk, past this fire hydrant, which we believe might be the same one, just missing the cap. And she walks out this driveway.
And sorry, Sean, definitely the same trees, just grown a lot, the one right behind you.
But why you interrupting my take? This was gold. I had gold here for a second.
I wanted to say the tree.
Huh?
I wanted to say the tree.
Okay. All right. We're just going to continue. This is, if this was just me, I mean, I got Scott here and it just, changes the game. So she comes walking down this driveway, crosses the street here, and heads over to this driveway here. And then a young man named Slick comes around the corner there in his van, his creeper van, and comes driving up. And I think he gives him like a, hey, good looking, or something like that.
Hey, beautiful, need a lift?
No, thanks.
He's out in the street. So that's where the camera would be, looking at her out in the street.
Right.
She
These
stops
trees are seen.
right about here,
Yep.
in front of this house, and they have a conversation. He gives her his best pitch.
They call me Slick.
And, I've always said, you miss 100% of the swings you don't take. And he took one, and it paid off. Yes and no. He got what he wanted, but then ultimately, not so good. She gets in the van, and then they proceed around this corner.
He gets in the van, which you do. If somebody offers you a ride in a van, you take it.
You always do.
It's always. That's just common knowledge. And they go around this corner. I'm obsessed with trees. There was a white birch tree. It's no longer here. Telephone pole or light pole.
And wasn't there another pole here with something on it you pointed out, right here?
Did I?
Yeah, you just told me the whole story about it. Oh
I said
boy.
I said
wow.
this. Oh!
His age.
Yeah.
Memory starts to go. Yeah, what was right here,
You
Scott?
see an old school Toronto Transit Commission, the TTC. If you're from Toronto, Canada, you know the TTC. They have the old school bus stop right here.
Yeah.
So you catch a shot of that. So that's how you know you're in Canada,
Yeah.
the red and white.
And then they proceed this way around the corner.
Right around the corner, that's it. They drive off and neither of them are coming home.
Yeah. Well, no, they do go home.
Well, but by the end of the movie.
And then they go to prom.
Yeah, but they don't make it past prom.
This is true.
That's what I meant. Yeah, they take off down that street. This is still the Guildwood district of Toronto. Very nice neighborhood.
Moving on. So here we are at 60 Fairway Heights. This is Wendy's house, the bitchy girl from the movie.
Oh.
She comes walking out of this front door over here. And gets in her Corvette or something that's parked here. And then she pulls out. You can see that house across the street. And she heads in this direction. Now you might notice something here. When Lou goes to Wendy's house to pick her up for the prom, this is a different location. Check it out. When he's backing up, you can see a sidewalk there. Well, when you see her pull out of her driveway, no sidewalk.
You
don't seem very excited.
See that bluff out there? The fence was a lot tighter. Well, there wasn't a fence back
It was
in
right
the
up
day.
to the edge they were walking.
Yeah, because they're walking right along here. But now, rules, safety, bunch of nonsense. Yep. Wow, this is pretty high up here.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't get to. Look at the people down there.
Those two, the two bluffs that you see the camera pan up from, you're standing on them. Comes right up here.
Yeah.
To where they're walking here. So you're standing on those exact ones.
And they're walking from this direction. Oh, with ease. Look at that, like a gazelle over that thing.
Magnificent.
And they just came from this direction. They put up like a fake
American flag.
American flag, you know, because I want to keep pounding it into our heads that they're in the US of A. What park is this?
Sean, this is called the Scarborough Bluffs. And for anyone that's from Toronto or grew up to Scarborough Fair, right about Scarborough, New York, of course. But this is the Scarborough Bluffs. And anyone from Toronto or grew up in Toronto knows exactly what goes on at the Scarborough Bluffs. Yeah.
Yeah.
So here we are at the corner of, what is this?
Morningside and Guildwood, in the Guildwood district.
Morningside Grey Abbey Trail, maybe?
Yeah. The Guildwood district of Toronto. Scarborough.
Okay. Now, a lot of people, a lot of people have said is that the scene was shot down at that corner over there, at that park. But some new information.
Other people thought it was filmed at the Scarborough Bluffs where the other scenes take
Oh,
place.
and that's not true.
No.
No.
There is a cliff here, though.
And we're talking about the scene when Slick.
So what was that?
What was what?
Somebody's out there.
The greatest van driver of all time.
It takes him a long time.
And, you know, part-time pimp. When he is, having his way with that young lass and trying to get away from the killer. Apparently it happened right in here. I think maybe even on part of this property here that's now fenced off.
I think where those white birches are, where they wouldn't have been here, and that's a big area to do it in. Because apparently it's right at this corner. If you look here, these trees have been here a long time. But if we go close, we can see the...
Yeah, I don't know how much we can see, but we'll go look. There are some lights visible. I don't believe they were actually like lights on poles, like proper. I think they were put up for filming just to light the trees.
Whoa. See, look here. This is... Hey, there's a van down there. Oh, no. Squirrel, sorry.
This looks like it could have been perfect for that.
Sure, look right here.
Yeah.
I mean, big open area.
We believe it's down here. My good friend Robert Patterson spoke to someone who lived in this neighborhood right here and said that they filmed it at like 2 a.m. right at the end of this street, where we are now at the end of the street, and that the van went off here.
And if you look out, you can see that's Lake Ontario, one of the 5 Great Lakes. Lake Ontario, of course, known for being the biggest freshwater basin on the planet with great white sharks.
Really? Great white sharks in the lake?
No. But I don't go in it, just in case.
I was gonna say I didn't even know that was a lake. I thought this was a beach. I thought this was like ocean. I don't know where the hell I'm at, dude.
You really thought that was ocean?
Yeah, I didn't know. I was wondering why I didn't see any waves.
No, that is Lake Ontario. It's one of the 5 Great Lakes, but I made up the whole sharks and being one of the biggest lakes. But it's a huge lake.
But you can tell I clearly am a California kid.
Yeah.
You know.
You thought this was... Where do you think you are?
Because I can't see.
There's 2 oceans on either side of the continent, and you're in the middle. What's happened to you?
What's happened is I barely graduated from high school, man. I wasn't very good at geography. I wonder if there's some old van parts down there.
But I mean...
Could be a shock absorber maybe, or a... Oh, well, these trees easily could have grown in 40 plus years, you know?
One?
I mean, there's a pretty clear path right here.
Yeah, pretty good.
I'm sure if you looked all the way down...
Hey, look, people are walking down there.
Are there people down there?
Yeah.
You see a van?
down by the river.
Okay, so now we're here. That's Scott again.
Hi.
We're at where the drive-through restaurant was. They pulled up, came in from over here, and then drove in around and parked in this area over here. The building used to be over here. One thing you can see when the car is pulling in, well, obviously you can see these apartments in the background that do match up still. But you see this sewer grate has not changed at all. It's still here today. You see it in the shot. Now when the waitress comes over to the car to take the order, it would have been probably in this area around here. You can see in the background that building over there, right over her shoulder.
Yeah.
Has not changed at all. But this is it. This was the spot where the drive-through, drive-in restaurant, whatever you'd like to call it. What do you call those? They're not,
What?
the waitresses, they had a name for them, like hops.
Sock hop. Sock.
Because they're not on roller skates.
No.
I don't know what they're.
Milk
duds.
Milk duds.
Yes.
But I did, if you give me one moment, I brought a pair of short shorts. I'm going to change into them. Same shot, we'll recreate it.
Edit right here. Pans down to the wall that is no longer here. Looked like it was possibly a real wall. Could have been faked, but looks real. This is where Leslie Nielsen and the kids pull up. And the camera pans this way as they're heading into the school. Now I have to say, this gentleman here, the creepy gardener slash custodian, is a complete misrepresentation of the actual staff at Don Mills, because they couldn't have been more accommodating. Principal Van Eck and his entire staff gave us the run of the place for the afternoon, and once again I just want to thank them for making this trip so special. And right now we're going to go inside the school and see everything. So let's check it out. Yeah, so they come walking around this corner.
They come walking around this corner. This glass is frosted in the shot. They frosted it.
Oh, they just frosted.
What they did was, it looks like now they took the frost off, or they had a different, some type of different material.
Oh.
There's those things.
Oh,
they're
those.
white.
Oh, wait a second.
The door's open in that shot. This is frosted. The door's open. They come around the corner.
Ah, so they walk around this corner.
Yeah.
You're seeing that. Yes. Okay, perfect. Got it. Got it. Amazing. And they come walking this way.
Yeah.
There used to be lockers there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And you can tell.
Yeah, you can see they filled it in.
Yeah.
I passed the first one. You can see all the different colors. This is the hallway that they're walking down, or that guy is harassing her. He's standing here smoking, trying to be a tough guy with his unibrow. Yeah. No, yeah, well, you don't smoke, Scott. Don't do that.
No, I don't, never.
Don't try to act like you do.
Wouldn't know how.
Cuts to right about here because you see the water fountain.
Yeah.
Now I know why Kim won't go out with me.
Oh, yeah, no way. The bar.
In the shot,
That is crazy.
those bars.
Those bars are still, what are those bars for? To hold yourself up while you're drinking?
Where you're drinking, maybe handicap, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Place to hold itself.
Yeah.
Girl must be exhausted. Why, look how he has to hold her up.
So she's leaning right up against that one. Let's see, is it orange on the inside too? Well, what do you know? Boom! Here's the makeout locker. So this would be 3085. Somebody took the number off of it.
Go sit on it, ape.
So they walk down here further.
Wendy, I never.
Yes, you did.
Oh, so, and then they stop right here in front of this locker. And Wendy kisses him, and Jamie's not happy about it. And she walks away, right here. Kim.
Where's your afro?
It's somewhere. It's just the middle part standing up.
On this side here is our computer lab room. The right side. and you'll see the opposite indenting right when you spin around right now.
This, you saw them pass this and you're like, that's the dead giveaway.
That's the dead giveaway.
Because at first you were thinking it could have been upstairs, but then this was like, boom, downstairs.
Try it out, I'll show you exactly what it is.
Oh, yeah, yeah. All right.
So now we visit the cafeteria. The girls walk in here. They walk through that entryway, passing these windows here. And then they head into this folding door. It folds in like 4 sections. And that is the actual area where they would get their food. It's no longer being used for that now. It's kind of like a storage kind of area. But this is where they would get their lunches and then go into the other room behind them there to eat them. So this is where that scene took place. And right here in this doorway going back into this room is where the fight took place. Now look at that Kiss double platinum poster hanging up back there. Don't know why it's hanging there in the cafeteria, but that poster is like a $2,000 poster. No kidding. Right there on the ground is where the fight happened. See the folding doors? They kind of fold up. That's right where the fight took place, right where he's standing. Pretty crazy, right? I really don't think we would have found this spot if it wasn't for this gentleman's help. He was pretty much invaluable on this day. We showed him the scenes from the movie and he goes, yep, I know where that is. And he took us everywhere. He was great. They then lead the 2 boys through this door to head to the principal's office. And yes, we're going to go see that in just a moment too.
Just didn't work out, Wendy. Why can't we just leave it that?
Here's the one hallway we were taught where they walked through.
No, we haven't been here yet.
Oh, no?
No, we were on that side.
Oh, I think this is the one, dude.
Yeah, probably.
This is a different side, yeah.
Yeah, this is, I was here last year walking out through there.
Yeah,
That's like,
that's our farm.
yeah.
I think it might be this one.
Well, because I don't want to leave it at that.
And then as usual, once you get home and you start editing the footage, you realize, yes, this was the hallway. So I was right. And this is how Scott felt about that.
Now you're on the middle school side. And if I'm not mistaken, you are right here.
Well, if you... Hello?
Yup. Yep.
Yeah, 'cause that's the door.
You again.
It's amazing how you find this stuff out. Like, we were all convinced until we saw him go out that door. We're like, wait a second, that don't open the right way.
Go and have the nurse take a look at you. Come on back.
So here's where his desk was. Hell, this might even been the same desk. Who knows?
Yeah.
So then they're standing right there.
Explanations.
Look, I was just fooling around with this girl.
Yep. And goes
He
out
leaves
that,
out
door. Wow, crazy. Yeah.
Switches are there.
Everything's still there.
The thermometer's still on the wall.
Yeah.
But it's a new thermometer now. It's a BS, so that's
That's the old,
electronic.
that's those old school ones.
That's
Those
old school
old,
one, yeah.
Yeah.
circle ones.
Yeah, so he was sitting right here. What a trip. Interesting. That's awesome. So right here, this is the court where Jamie Lee Curtis is playing tennis. She then turns, walks over here to talk to the teacher and the other girls. And then they head this way and they see that creepy janitor.
All right, girls, let's try this again.
Mr. Sykes, this is just for you.
Vicky!
I'm not like the others, Kim. True needs somebody like Vicky.
So this is the shower stall Jamie's in, right here. And the other girl is right here. And then they follow this way. And Jamie actually grazes this wall right here. And they walk through.
and come into the locker room, which there used to be a set of lockers here in the center. And then down on this row, you see the bitchy girl, Wendy, over here in the corner, getting dressed at her locker, and there were lockers along this wall. Wendy crumbles up the photo of herself, gets mad.
I didn't do it.
No.
And walks this way and goes around this corner here, heading in this direction. Then it looks back on Jamie.
Shut up!
So Jamie is right here. Might even have been this mirror. Maybe somebody stole it because it's screen used. Mm-hmm. She was looking in the mirror here, and through the mirror, you could see back here, through those doors. They stand here talking. They hear a sound coming from here. They go into the bathroom, and that's when they see the mirror right here has been shattered. The mirror was right here where this mirror is currently. I stand corrected. Thank God Scott is here.
The mirror is where the mirror was. That's something.
What did it? Did you see?
The killer's weapon, the famous piece of glass, came from the mirror right here.
It's nuts.
Who was here?
Awesome. And then they head out.
Come on.
Or oot, as they say here in Canada. And then there's a cut to a completely different part of the building.
Yeah.
One thing that is really cool about this shot is this is the actual POV from that door. Usually they use trickery and that could have been shot anywhere, but if you look out that door, you would see the tennis court she was in earlier. So this is not the girls' locker room.
No.
They did some trick photography.
They did.
Made us think.
This was a girls' change room a long time ago.
And this is, no, it wasn't.
No. I'd say no, this was the kitchen.
Wow.
And then it cuts back to that same bathroom where the janitor is cleaning up the glass. And you can see that sink matches perfectly. Now in this scene where Jamie stops, this is the exact spot from earlier in the film here. It's just being shot from the other direction. They're shooting up high like this.
Yeah, they are. They're up high. And that's what's throwing off your eye.
Yeah. And then she walks through and
she's... Look, she's close.
Yeah.
It's the same doors. Look at the handle. It's right there.
Yeah, and they probably covered that door.
Okay, wait, hold up.
They covered this door with something. They covered this door.
Yep.
And then here's a shot. They're right
Okay.
here. For that shot, they're right about here.
And they probably covered that door because it was giving a reflection of the camera.
And she stops here.
Yeah.
And this is turned. This is turned
Yeah.
this way.
Yeah. And she stops right here.
Right here. Right here.
And then...
She turns the corner and she takes off down this hallway.
And then that would be... Go back to him. So you see the black pole.
Right there.
So... Wow.
Yeah.
So then they change the angle to being like from this side, so you can see that black pole. It's just the way that the lens is making it look a lot closer than it is.
Yeah.
Then she goes down this hallway.
That's the exact same heater, which is crazy.
Yeah, you can see the same heater.
Same bars hanging down.
And Jamie comes running down here.
Looks like they shot it like that and shot it that close.
And through that door down there.
Keep what? Yeah.
Yeah. Same heater.
That's what it looks like.
And of course, the lights change.
Lights change. But it looks like they didn't want this wall in the shot. That's why it's so tight on this side.
Yeah.
But you see the poles.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lights.
But you don't see this.
She leans against this pole.
Lean back.
And you can still see that banner that's painting, that's covering the door. She walks this way, stops at this pole, keeps going, and check this out. And she comes over and opens this locker here, 709. And guess what's crazy about it? It's the same color as it was in the movie.
Oh,
it's the same color that it used to be.
My money.
My money. Jamie Lee Curtis's locker right here. How cool is that? So if you ever get in here, kids, locker 709.
Look at that. Exactly the same. Everything about it.
So cool, like seeing that they're all the same color. Nuts.
Prom night. Killer's watching from about this angle as Leslie Nielsen and his wife leave for prom. And then as they back the car out, he comes from beyond this pole. Same pole. I asked it. It says it's the same pole. And the car drives away.
So here it is, kids, the big finale. This is the auditorium where the dance happened.
Prom night. Prom night. Everything is all right. The dance was right here.
Right here, my man. Look at this.
They even got a stage extension, but it's not the same one.
Well, you know, the crazy thing is they did shoot up in here, remember, where they're waiting to get crowned and everything,
right.
And they have the fight. That all took place up here. This is nuts. Robert Patterson is going to be so jealous. Check out Set Jetter if you haven't. That's my boy, Robert Patterson, who I first came to this school with, God, must have been 2000, what year was that, Robert? 2015? But we couldn't get in. So it'd be back here. Oh, wow, you know, I think these cages were even in here. I remember seeing these. I think these cages might have been here, if I'm wrong.
I mean,
yes.
like you said, like look up. This is exactly like my high school, which is just down the street. We had the exact same stage setup, and nothing's changed. Last time I was there too.
This is nuts.
Little things up there.
Shoot, these might even be the same drapes that they were standing behind.
If you look up here and you see the lettering that people have written, where they've painted, that's nobody in the 2000s has painted that.
What are you talking about?
Up here. The sound and lighting, where they would do the sound and lighting for the show.
Oh,
they put
yeah.
On here. That's like
Back
pure
there.
80s, 90s.
For sure.
Now you're talking Canadian for sure.
Yeah, don't you know?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's locked, but here's the stairs.
Wow. This is so cool. So right out here was the big disco floor. Right now they have this stage thing. Well, actually, it might have been extended out like this, because I remember they walked out onto it. His head was right here on the walkway.
Clearly just a hole cut in the platform, but still pretty effective. Now right over here at the corner of this stage, right here, that's where Alex's DJ booth was set up, and he was rocking the tunes for the peeps.
One thing for sure you recognize is that brick wall out here. Let's go take a look at that.
Well, isn't that the doorway where she comes through too?
Yeah, this is the door.
Jamie Lee Curtis,
This is the door they always come in and out of the auditorium is right here. And you can see this brick wall.
Wow.
Scott, let's show them what we can do.
She'd explode. And that dress wouldn't take much.
She looks great.
Now this is a completely different bathroom than the one we saw earlier in the episode. As you can see, this one has a newer sink. Now they had a mirror up on this wall and a little shelf with this weird box, which really kind of makes no sense whatsoever. Now look in the door jamb there, you can see the spots for the brackets. You see them right here? They're still visible today. There apparently has never been a door there because it's still not there back in the 80s. Anyhow, that stupid box right there that clearly has no purpose other than to have an axe go into it when this girl gets scared and runs out. Now you can get a better look at that older sink right there. Oop, lights went out. Now you can't see that older sink. The killer comes from the bathroom stalls there. Axe into the stupid box right here. Boom, and she runs out. Now we start our chase. Let's go see where she goes.
Wendy tries to get out this door right here, but it's locked. So she turns and runs this way. You can see that water fountain's been changed. And she heads this way. Oh, you're gonna be her, Scott?
Yeah, I am her.
All right, so you're her. You're way ahead of me.
I know.
I should be a lot closer to you.
It's called the dress rehearsal.
And you try to get out that door first. It's locked. No dice. So I'm coming at you. You run this way, and then I swing the axe at you.
And she,
whack!
She matrixes it.
She matrixes it. She,
way before the movie and runs past.
And then goes back this way.
The axe was right here.
One of these spots.
There's the axe mark.
You found the axe mark? No
Yeah,
way.
Well, it looks like initials.
There it is.
Looks like initials, but it's pretty much
I'm going to say it's the axe mark. I'm going to say that's it. We found it.
That's the most exercise I've had in a while. Yeah, that's a great scene.
And then I think from there she actually runs here into the gym. So the killer comes through this door here, chases her across this gymnasium, and then she goes out the door over here. Let's see, I believe she goes through the very last door, which is this one here, and heads that way. After a lot of debating and walking all over this entire facility with every janitor known possible, we determined this is the stairwell she runs up and down. This wall used to be windows and they replaced it. Used to be like those up there, but they replaced it to put the doors in and they changed the direction of the stairs. So the stairs used to come and turn, but you can see by the brick here on the wall, and also that beam up there that used to be orange.
Don't forget the light switches.
and the light switches that Scott likes to point out. And then she ran in through here.
So the killer chases her through this door and then hangs a left and runs over to this room over here. Now, unfortunately, this room was locked, and I didn't want to bug the janitor to come open this one for me too, so I just shot it through the window. I could tell it was definitely it. As you can see the little faucets back there, and she's hiding behind like one of those types of tables. It's definitely a chemistry lab of some sort. The windows are all exactly the same. And then she darts into the next room. They're connecting rooms. You'll see her pass you'll see the little fountains there. She passes some here, darting into the next room. He follows through. She then goes out the other door, which would be down here. Unfortunately, there was a piece of paper covering this door, and then heads back through the doors that she originally came through.
She runs back down the stairs. Except, like I said, they changed this. Ain't that right, Scott?
Yes. Well, yes. Everything you just said. Yeah.
There you go.
Now, this is the one room we couldn't figure out. Nobody at the school ever remembers there being an auto shop. There isn't one there now, and to their knowledge, there never was one, so we're not sure if that was a real place or not. This exit here is somewhere in the school, but quite honestly, I missed this one. We spent so much time in there, kind of forgot about this one. A little bit of an oversight, but I'm sure it's still there and probably wouldn't be that hard to find. My bad. So I guess I get what's coming to me.
Other police units are on their way. Calm down and move to one side so they can get through when they arrive. I repeat, do not panic. Everything is under control.
Oh my God. Okay.